early morning of New Year's Eve, Uncle Liu from the community property management sent a message to the owners. Who are the owners in our community? I didn't go home for the new year this year. Can you give me a house number? The property will deliver holiday gifts to your door. Several owners who did not return to their hometown. They posted their house numbers in the group. I'm about to send a 403. The owner of 503 upstairs suddenly sent me a message. Don't send it. He wants to determine which household has someone. He is a master criminal. Staring at the WeChat message from 503, my heart skipped a beat. What is the master's fault? How could Liu Young, the property manager, be a master criminal? Wulin San may know my doubts. Yili Amlian sent a series of explanations. You watch the news now. Recently, a serial killer has killed many single women. The criminal escaped to our West District tonight. I met Brother Liu this morning. He said he was going back to his hometown to celebrate the new year. Now he is sending this message to the owner's group. Otherwise, he is the criminal. Or maybe the prisoner is already dead. Brother Liu took his phone and tricked everyone until they were exposed. I opened my mobile browser. The page indeed says, recently, he has committed a number of serious crimes. The perpetrators of serious cases escaped to the West Side News. But the West District is so big. How did the trafficker happen to hide in the Aniu community? Also pretending to be a property. Ding dong sound. Liu Young sent a photo to the owner's group. The photo is full of wax, meat and several barrels of vegetable oil. The photo instantly caused an uproar in the group. Countless people who were too lazy to send messages before. All of them came up to Uncle Liu. I love eating bacon the most. Brother Liu, I'm at 207. Remember to come find me. Otherwise I'll go find. You can take gifts. Brother Liu is so polite. If I had known, I wouldn't have gone home this year. Are these the only people? I didn't prepare many gifts. First come, first served. If you haven't replied yet, please reply quickly. If you are late, you will miss the gift. Seeing countless people jumping out and self-destructing. 503 is even crazier. Send me a message. Are you home? Don't expose. Don't talk in the group. I have called the police. The police will be here soon. I was supposed to work overtime until 10 o'clock on New Year's Eve. I'm already very unhappy. I finally dragged my tired body back home. I heard, people are cheap, such mischievous words. I felt sad and thought 503 was joking. I can't decide between 3. I gave it to you because I got the wrong takeaway. And add friends 102 to send a message. Have you received the New Year's gift from the property? 100 to send a message soon. Received it. My husband went to get the bacon, vegetable oil, and rice. Are you in the neighborhood too? Sign up now. The gifts will be delivered soon. Hesitate. I'm not home. Is this Brother Liu from the property management? Is there anything strange about him? Just now 503 sent me a message. They said some human traffickers had sneaked into our neighborhood. Brother Liu is the criminal in disguise. Please don't reveal your address. What is Liu Young? I think it is 503. That Aunt Lee is afraid that the Spring Festival gift will be taken by the person in front of her. You said that on purpose. The gifts weren't enough. There's someone behind you. If you don't sign up, the last barrel of vegetable oil is his. For a barrel of vegetable oil, make up this news about Garen Fan. It's too speechless. I also feel it is impossible for someone to order bacon and vegetable oil. Just kidding. But when I think of Aunt Lee's usual stinginess, extreme behavior, the balance in my heart can't help but tilt. Yes, human traffickers sneaked into the community disguised as property management. This is too weird. If Aunt Liu really knew the human traffickers have sneaked in, why didn't he warn others? Just reminding you. This doesn't make sense either. Although I believe what 010 said. But I still don't plan to post a message in the group. There were only a few people left in the building on New Year's Eve. I'm a woman living alone here. It's always better to be careful. I was just about to turn off my phone. The owners group suddenly brightened up. A message at my message popped up. Really, a gift? 403 is also there. Didn't you say you wouldn't go home on New Year's Eve? Brother Liu, remember to give 403 a gift later. Ask on you to come out and get it. I saw it clearly in the owner group. My roommate. I lifted my breath instantly. I was so angry that I almost yelled. Can't take care of other. I quickly pretended to have just seen the news. I'm sorry. I'm still working overtime at the company. The boss of the company, Joe Palpy. I wish we could spend New Year's Eve in the office. Liu Young from 8 Property. No need to bother you making the trip. I'm not home. My roommate is still there. You should come back early to get the gift. Even if you don't want it, can you help me get it? It's settled. My name is Brother Liu and I will go to room 403 to deliver the gift later. I was so angry that I almost crawled along the network cable. Assassinate this stupid roommate. Before I could quit WeChat. My roommate privately messaged me and said that I was going back to my hometown tonight. My boyfriend will come back and sleep alone later. Don't remember to lock the door. See this message. I feel even more depressed. When I rented the house, I agreed. No men allowed to stay home overnight. As a result, within 2 days, the roommate brought his boyfriend back to the room to live together, thinking that I might be alone in the room with him tonight. I suddenly felt uncomfortable. I was about to take a shower and go back to bed early. There was a sudden knock on the door. My hands tremble. I was so scared that I almost didn't hold my phone. Is it property swimming? But didn't I say I wasn't home now? I feel a little uneasy. Quietly turned off the lights in the living room. I didn't respond to him. Just quietly walked to the door. Want to look through the cat's eye. Check carefully whether the person knocking on the door is Liu Young. The corridor was dark. I can only try. Kong saw a man wearing a peaked cap. He was wearing the uniform of the community property management. The cap is pressing down. I can't see the face at all. I couldn't help but get closer to the cat's eye. Just then, the man suddenly came closer. A pair of rolling eyeballs were attached to the cat's eyes. I almost screamed at this scene. Although I managed to suppress the scream that came out of my mouth. But for a moment, the chaotic atmosphere, or let the people outside hear it clearly. Aniu, are you at home? Open the door quickly, I will give you a spring festival gift. I licked my dry lips, suppressing the rapid heartbeat. No thanks. I'm going to go to bed. Go give spring festival gifts to other families. The people outside the door are not letting go. He continued to persuade that this was a community. To send warmth, just open the door. No delay. The more I doubt. Normal property encounters this situation. Shouldn't you have gone to the next house to offer warmth? Why did he insist that I open the door? The suspicion that was originally soothed by 102 popped up again. Could it be that the people outside are really masters in disguise? The real Liu Young had been killed by him a long time ago, but why did 100 to lie to me? A series of doubts made me confused. I fell silent and didn't say anything. I hope people outside the door will give up. The people outside finally saw my refusal attitude. He lowered his voice deliberately. The sticky sound came into my ears along the door panel. Actually, it was because some people came to the neighborhood. I'm concerned about the safety of the owners, so I wanted an excuse to give a gift. Check your room. A confusion of thoughts because of this sentence. It's a mess again. Another criminal. This is the second person who told me today that there is a. The criminal is a. The person outside the door still refused to open the door. The voice became more urgent. Really, I didn't lie to you. On you. Although I like to joke with you sometimes. But I will never talk about this kind of thing. I was planning to go back to my hometown to celebrate the new year. But when patrolling the neighborhood, I saw a strange man on your balcony. He's hiding behind the curtains on your balcony. If the phone wasn't reflecting light, I can't find it at all. I didn't react at first. I saw a message on my phone when I was about to go out tonight. I just found out that the person is the one who reported the news. The perpetrator who murdered single women. You are most likely a human trafficker now. Alone in a room. Too dangerous. Open the door quickly and let me go in to check. After listening to the words of the person outside the door, I have goosebumps all over my body. I have confirmed. The person outside the door is indeed the property manager. He said it was a joke. Is to use a mobile phone to secretly take pictures of girls' skirts. He has secretly photographed many girls. Most girls have various reasons. Choose to swallow your anger. I was also secretly photographed by him. Because of this, I even had a fight with him 6 doors down. But no real damage was caused. The last 6 doors he apologized for. He can say this. This proves that he is indeed Liu Young. Since he is not a person. Could it be that the human hair is really hidden on my balcony? The living room door faces the balcony. The windows are always closed. Curtain, the balcony is full of the roommate and his boyfriend's mess. If things want to hide people, it's a really good hiding place. The house was pitch black at this time. Thick curtains. The faint moonlight outside was also completely blocked. Dark balcony. Like a black hole. The eyes of the hole stare at me. The sound of swimming outside the door is getting more and more anxious. I just checked all the machines downstairs. Full of residents. You and 503 above are the only ones left to be checked. The trafficker is probably still in your house. Don't hesitate. My heart is beating violently. It seems like it's about to jump out of my chest. Feeling dizzy. I don't know who to trust anymore. Indoor, outdoor. Where is the sense of security? The criminal was hiding in my house, preparing to attack. Still standing outside my house waiting for me to open the door. I clenched my sweaty palms. He rushed into the kitchen, grabbed a kitchen knife and turned on the light. Light fills the room. My frightened heart calmed down a little. Step by step, I moved towards the balcony. Just when I was about to open the thick curtains, suddenly everything went dark. Slowly I remembered a few exclamations. Next is Uncle Liu's comic book. The Diddy box stripped. It must have been done by a trafficker. Suddenly lost light. The room seems to be getting darker. I don't know if it's my illusion. There seemed to be a bustling sound coming from the balcony. I took a few steps back with trembling hands. Run back to your room. Grab the powerful flashlight on the bed. After turning on the flashlight, I mustered up the courage to return to the living room. Open the curtains directly. The balcony is a mess with all kinds of paper shells scattered all over the floor. Even though things are messy, but it's still easy to find someone hiding. Checked every place in the house. After confirming that the criminal is not in the house, I finally breathed a sigh of relief. The person outside the door still didn't leave me. There's no one here. You should check somewhere else. Uncle Liu seemed a little helpless. Well, then you must lock the door. If there is anything, please remember to send me a message. His footsteps gradually faded away. Mumbling to oneself. Not in for 103, maybe in next door for 102. Fortunately, there is no one at 400 to tonight. My heart skipped a beat. Because I know there are people living next door to 400 to tonight. That's the girl who just moved in a few days ago. Always wearing heavy makeup. A loner. I only go out in the middle of the night. I only came home late from overtime a few times. Just bumped into him. Every time I see, he lowered his head shyly. Seems embarrassed to look me in the eye. Tonight, shortly after I got home, I heard the girl next door went out once. Come back soon. So he should still be in for 02. Wait a minute, there should be someone next door tonight. That girl is alone. Living alone again. What if something goes wrong? You knock on the door and ask. Liu Yang's voice seemed a little higher. Then I'll go over and take a look. I'm against the door. Unfortunately, the noise is too small. I seem to hear the door opening. After a while, there was the sound of the door closing again. I stuck to the cat's eye and tried to look out. All I could see was Liu Yang preparing to slowly walk upstairs. Because the cat's eye is not facing the stairs. I find it very strenuous. I just think the swimming action is a bit strange. Just stared for a while. I retracted my gaze. Ding dong ding dong. The owner group popped up a message again. I didn't intend to care. When he received continuous messages, my phone is vibrating. I had to open WeChat. The blood in my body instantly solidified when I saw this. That's a picture. The picture shows Uncle Liu, who just left the door of room 403. He fell face up on the ground. Eyes staring, his eyes were filled with fear. Around his body, all with good intentions. Brother Liu was shot. There's a talent madman in our neighborhood. Be careful, everyone. Don't go out. The photo blew up all the divers. Brother Liu just gave me a gift. How so? It's annoying. Call the police now. Don't worry, everyone. I have called the police. I don't know what happened. I just heard some noise outside the door. I'll open the door and take a look. Who knew that when I opened the door, I saw Brother Liu lying on the ground? This is so scary. Anyone out there, take a look. The touching meal is still in the community. Who dares to go out? Go out and chase? Everyone lock the doors and windows. Wait for the police. Brother Liu is actually. Didn't he go to find 402? Why did you answer on the 5th floor? I quickly private 503. What happened, Brother Liu? Didn't you say he was a human trafficker? 503 may be replying to someone else's message. It took a long time to reply me. I just doubt. But at least it shows. Indeed, 8 people sneaked into our community. After putting down the phone, my heart is getting more panicked. I went to the balcony with a heavy heart. Although there is not much intersection with 402. But I can't bear it either. I feel bad for seeing a girl like him facing this kind of danger. And I also want to know how Liu Yang. After all, 402 is Liu Yanga, the last person to appear in the newspaper. Hesitated for a moment. I added 402's WeChat through the owner group. Unexpectedly, the other party agreed so quickly. I typed quickly. I heard that a human trafficker has sneaked into our neighborhood. Check your house. Be careful, the Naga traffickers are hiding somewhere in your house. I'll wait till you fall asleep in the middle of the night and smash you. But waited for a while. The other side only sent one sentence. So you are at 403, right? See his reply. I broke out in a cold sweat. Normal people shouldn't be afraid of fear. Come to the line right away and check the room? At the very least, you think I'm joking. Get angry with me. Why is his reaction so strange? Just like, the criminal is trying to determine whether the prey is in the room. A terrible guess. The thought suddenly came to my mind. Could it be that 402 has been harmed by someone? And I sent a message reminding 402. just happened to be seen by the trafficker. He also confirmed that I was at home. My legs are weak. I seem to hear something coming from next door for 102. The sound of stealing, hiding in the bedroom and locking the door. I called the police immediately. But the policeman who answered the phone listened to me. But it is very difficult to say. We've received several calls today. They all say serial killers put it in their community 6 stores. Most of the police force has been dispatched. I'll transfer now. But it takes at least half an hour to get there. New community half an hour. I don't know if I can escape. At that time, I couldn't help but feel a little desperate. What are you doing hiding in the house? Open the door quickly. At this moment, the door was slammed. It's my best friend Chinking's boyfriend Jong Hao who is back. My bestie's boyfriend Jong Hao is back. The door was knocked loudly. Even if the master was not sure if I was at home. Now it is definitely confirmed. Do you want to open the door? I hesitated. Jong Hang is a locksmith himself. He has the ability to break the door even if it is locked. Rather than let him break the lock, I might as well open the door for him first. Thinking of Zhang Xinglei's burly figure. My eyes are dark. If the criminal really enters for 103. With his physique, he should be able to hold out for a while. Worried that his noise would attract human traffickers more quickly. After adding one more person, I have more courage in my heart. I don't care about Zhang Heng's unpleasant words. I rushed over and opened the door for him. The moment Zhang Heng entered the room, I immediately locked the door. Why is he looking at me with ill intentions? I can't wait to lock the door. There are human traffickers entering our neighborhood. He just found out. 403 friends will come to you soon. Stop talking so loudly. Go inside and hide now. Zhang Crossing raised his eyebrows, the expression on his face that said I was talking nonsense. He did not join the owner group. I don't know what happened tonight. But when I saw that I was carrying the kitchen knife back to my room, his eyes flickered. Why don't you hide in my room? It's safer for the two of us to be together. Besides, I'm a grown man. If the criminal really entered the house, we stay together. I can protect you two. You hide in the second bedroom alone. If something happens, I can't help you. Seeing his sincere look, I hesitated. Gritting my teeth, I followed him into the master bedroom. Zhang Heng took me into the master bedroom. I would occasionally look out the window. I held the knife tightly. I dare not take my eyes off him for a moment. The anxiety in my heart surges like a tide. You said someone committed a crime. Could it be that you saw it wrong? This is the new year. Where do so many dangers come from? Zhang Heng said casually. But I saw from his eyes, captured a hint of imperceptible panic. Suddenly, there was a sound of light footsteps outside. My heart instantly rose to my throat. Zhang Heng also seemed nervous. He motioned for me to hide in the closet. I picked up a dumbbell. Guarding the door. Don't be afraid, I'm here. He whispered. But I think his voice is a little strange. The footsteps are getting closer. Stopped at the door. Then there was a slight sound of a trick. Just then, the door was slowly opened. A dark figure wearing a mask appeared at the door. Zhang Han rushed up without hesitation, struggling with the shadow. I watched this scene nervously in the closet, silently praying that Zhang Heng can win. But before long, there was dead silence outside the door. It's so quiet that I can hear my own heartbeat. Suddenly a hand stretched out from the door. The pen in my hand is stained with blood. Slowly walked towards my closet. At the moment when the shadow opened the closet, I saw that the person who fell outside the door was 503. Do you think you can escape? You looked at him in horror. I can't believe what's happening. Why do you do this? Zhang Heng sneered. Slowly take off the mask, he said viciously, because you women. The man on the balcony should be washed. I put it there on purpose. I wanted to create chaos. Then take the opportunity to commit a crime unexpectedly, found out by that nosy property manager. I am filled with regret and anger. I regret that I trusted him. Angry that he was so cruel. You devil. You won't succeed. Zhang Heng approached me step by step. The dagger in his hand flashed with light, just as he was about to stab me. Suddenly there was a sirens outside. It turned out that when 503 was fighting with Zhang Heng, neighbor 404 heard the noise and called the police. Soon the police rushed in. Subdue Zhang Heng. I collapsed on the ground. Tears flow out alone. This thrilling New Year's Eve. The curtain finally fell. Later I found out. Zhang Heng killed many people. A serial offender who lives alone. His best friend Chinking was also killed by him. He took advantage of his relationship with my roommate, mixed into the community, planned this series of events. After this incident, I have a deeper understanding of human nature. I decided, move away from this neighborhood full of painful memories. Restart your life. And the fear and despair of that night will be engraved in my heart forever. It's become a nightmare I'll never forget.